this video, we're going to read out from the page TCA peels in clinics for Xanthelasma removal. And this is a page from Xanthelasmaremoval.com. TCA is a non-toxic chemical trichloroacetic acid, which has been used to perform skin peels for over 20 years. It is a relative of vinegar, acetic acid. When TCA is applied onto the skin, it causes the top layers of the cells to dry up and peel off over a period of several days to a week. When the old skin is peeled off, it exposes a new layer of undamaged skin, which has a smoother texture and more even color. Some dermatologists, in fact, still prefer TCA peels for treating some damage or melasma, usually in a combination with prescription creams. TCA peels are safe in the hands of experienced dermatologists and specialists. TCA peels may be a good option, particularly if you have xanthelasma, for their removal. Usually, the main choice for xanthelasma removal in cosmetic clinics is the use of TCA-based peels. This is because if used properly and at the right concentration, TCA allows removal of xanthelasma in 1 or 2 sessions only. This is ideal to both cosmetic clinics as well as the customers, because this achieves the best possible results within 1 session or 2 sessions. However, if the concentration is too high or the application of TCA is not done appropriately, the cosmetic procedure could result in mild scarring, a very rare occurrence. On the other hand, if the concentration of TCA is too low, the results will not be apparent and the client will not be satisfied. So, by using the right concentration of TCA, it is possible to remove the xanthelasma in 1 or 2 sessions. TCA is the best choice in cosmetic clinics because results are achieved and appreciable in a short time frame and few sessions. TCA drawbacks control. However, the use of TCA requires a certain experience in order to achieve good results. This is because TCA is very effective but not as easily controlled, and for this reason neutralizers sometimes need to be used during the cosmetic procedure. The main reason for the sort of control difficulty of TCA is that it is not easy to neutralize by using water as alternative glycolic and mandelic acid. These are some of the effects of TCA for xanthelasma removal. Excessive eyelid swelling. This occurs 1 or 2 days after the application of TCA on the upper eyelids. Stinging, numbness, and burning of the skin. Skin peeling, including excessive peeling if you have a medium depth or deep peel. Redness, which can change from the color of a mild sunburn to a deeper and to a deeper red depending on the peel. Crusting or scabbing of the skin due to skin cells being removed. Increased photosensitivity, sensitivity to the sun that can lead to hyperpigmentation. In some cases, when someone has some sensitive skin, scarring or dermatosis pigment problems can also potentially occur. Additionally, as stated above, TCA is not only easily controllable and the most effective way to stop if acidity is to use a neutralizer. Please note that rinsing with water and drying the area can help but will not stop the effects of TCA immediately. How do TCA peels work and what are the different depths of peels? All peels work by removing a layer of sun-damaged skin. Superficial or light peels remove only top layer of the skin, mostly the layer of dead skin called stratum corneum. Progressing from medium to deep peels, the layer of the skin removed is greater with each increase in strength of the TCA peel solution. The stronger the TCA peel solution, the greater the risk of complications like uneven pigmentation or even scarring after xanthelasma removal. TCA peels can be performed at different skin depths from shallow to deep. Most dermatologists now are using laser technology instead of deep TCA peels for xanthelasma removal. Now, the point here that we're making with this is that TCA have been used for several years to remove xanthelasma. And it's not as if we just say it. There are so many studies that document its success, the success of using TCA peels to remove xanthelasma. And they've been extensively used the world over in cosmetic clinics for xanthelasma removal. Now, the problem is as stated as above, that is to say, TCA peels are not easily controlled. Therefore, they can cause a few problems if you do not know how to use them properly. And namely, a neutralizer is very advisable to be used if you're using TCA peels. Whereas if you use other peels, glycolic acid, mandelic acid, and other peels, you may get the same effect, but they're much more easily controlled and they do not have the same side effect that TCA has. TCA, for example, is quite hard to be used on skin type 4, 5, and 6 because it can lead to hypopigmentation. And this has been demonstrated in a number of cases. This is why on type 5 and 6, which is the darker type of skin, normally the only peels acceptable are mandelic acid, peels that are much milder than TCA. TCA, namely, is unforgiving as a peel. Once it starts its effects, oh god, it will go down like no other. So it is not the best solution for home xanthelasma removal. This has got to be very, very clear. However, that does not mean that it hasn't been used at home. The reason for it is that far so many people have been fed up with their xanthelasma that they are happy to even use TCA on their own, and they have documented some of them. They have documented their process, their removal process by using TCA, and we have actually taken this documentation and published on our websites, xanthelasmaremoval.com, and you find it in the form of a video, so you can actually see one particular case where one very nice lady took the bother of using TCA to remove their xanthelasma. The xanthelasma got removed, and she documented the entire process and published it on her website. And after that, we approached her and we got permission to use her pictures, and we built this very nice video which you can actually enjoy. So the point here is, once again, TCA, if you have xanthelasma, TCA is one of the best options. The only problem is that it's quite difficult to control, but it's very, very effective. So we do not advise you to use at home. However, we have used it on our earlier version of the xanth remover. We found that one of the problems we had was the heavy swelling that everyone actually experienced 1 day after 1 or 2 days after the application of TCA on the upper eyelids, and therefore for this reason we actually abandoned it altogether. Not only this reason, but also TCA is quite difficult to make it stable in a gel format, in a gel formulation, because gels are the best for xanthelasma removal when you're using it at home. However, for these reasons, we abandoned it. So if you have any more questions and if you'd like to know more about Xanthelasma removal and all the options available to you if you have Xanthelasma, visit our website xanthelasmaremoval.com.